In this video, I'm going to be showing you the 5 secrets to increasing production in your practice without spending a dime on marketing. Hi there, I'm Dr. Mulrooney and I'm excited to be sharing with you today the 5 secrets to increasing production in your practice. In fact, this is how I produce twice as much per patient as was customary in my community. With these secrets, you are going to be able to get your patients accepting more treatment than they ever have before, and you'll be doing more of the kind of dentistry you love to do. Let's get started. Now, before we get started with the 5 secrets of increasing your production, I want to clarify something with you. You need to actually talk to your patients.
Oh, I'm too cool to talk to my patients.
Really? Really? You're too cool to talk to your patients? How do you expect them to feel like they're getting value when they're spending thousands of dollars with you and you can't even be bothered to give them some of your time? Everything that I'm going to go through with the 5 secrets has to do with you giving a bit of your time to your patients, and it's going to make all the difference in the world. Here we go. The first secret to increasing your production is by starting to ask the right questions. And one question I want you to ask your patients is, what are your long-term goals for your oral health? Most patients have never been asked this question before, and I'm guessing a lot of you out there have never asked this question of your patients either. But it's time you start doing that. By asking this question, you're going to get a lot more information from your patient about what they are actually seeking from you, which will make it easier to deliver to them exactly what they want. When I started asking my patients this question, most of them told me that they wanted to keep their teeth, but they were afraid they weren't going to be able to. And this was shocking to me because I felt like they didn't know what kind of situation they were in with their mouth until they actually told me that answer. The second secret to increasing your production is by asking the question and then sitting back and listening. When is the last time you gave your patient a good listening to? It's probably been a while. Oftentimes when we're communicating with someone, we want to interject to make sure that they understand that we know what they mean. But if you do that, you take patients off track and they're not going to get their full thought out. So what I want you to do is practice sitting back, taking a few notes, but actually being quiet and letting your patient talk. The third secret to increasing your production is by asking clarifying questions. Never ever assume that you understand what a patient means, because oftentimes we are not speaking the same language because we have a different understanding because of our training. I'll give you an example of a time where I did not ask clarifying questions and it got me into trouble. I had this beautiful patient come in, she was new to me, and we sat down and had a treatment conversation. And she was telling me about the cracks in her teeth. And I'm looking at her as I'm speaking with her, and I can see cracks in the enamel. So of course, I totally knew what she was talking about. When she came back to go over her treatment plan, I was proudly telling her about what we could do to solve the problem with the cracks in her teeth. And I was completely off base. When she was talking about the cracks in her teeth, she was talking about the spaces or the diastemas between her teeth, not the cracks in the enamel. So I was completely going down the wrong pathway with it, and by presenting her the wrong information because I didn't understand what she wanted from me, because I didn't take the time to ask her, I ended up losing that case, which could have easily been changed around if I had asked the right questions in the first place. The fourth secret to increasing production is by asking your patient their budget. When it comes to asking our patients about money, oftentimes we get a little squeamish, and I'm not sure why. If you were talking to a real estate agent, they would want to know what your budget is. If you walk in to buy a TV, they want to know what your budget is. But in dentistry, we get weird about talking about money. The funny thing is, patients are expecting that they're going to be spending money with us. So why get excited about having to talk about money when it's something that they know is coming? It's better to just get it out in the open and find out what they can afford. Oftentimes, they want a lot of treatment done, but they can only afford to do a few $1,000s this year. That doesn't mean that they are only ever going to do that few $1,000s, but that's what they can work with this year. So you need to be very aware of that so that you can be working within what they want when it comes to their budget. The fifth secret to increasing your production is presenting a treatment plan that fits within their wants and within their budget. By finding out from them what they wanted, listening to them, and asking clarifying questions, you have a really clear idea of what they're seeking from you. With asking asking them their budget, now you know how much work can get done in a year. Now, oftentimes what they want to get done can't be done all in 1 year within that budget. And maybe the things that they really want aren't going to work with that treatment plan in that budget. But if you can let them know, yes, we acknowledge that this is your wish list and this is your budget and this is what we can do at this point in time, and then we can start working down the line with your other wants, then that is going to help them to be more on board. For example, if you have a patient come in with a mouthful of caries and they decide that they want to get a full mouth reconstruction, or they want 6 veneers in the front to make things more beautiful to cover up that decay, well, you can't do that until you get the decay under control. But if you let them know that, yes, this is on the wish list and this is what we want to do down the line, once we get the decay under control, then they again are more likely to get on board with where you're going. So in summary, the 5 secrets to increasing your case production are: number 1, ask the right questions. Number 2, sit back and listen. Number 3, ask clarifying questions. Number 4, find out what your patient's budget is. And number 5, work out your treatment plan within their budget and their wants. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope to see you again soon. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you can do so right here. If you aren't part of our newsletter, you can do so right here. If you haven't hopped on a strategy call with me, you can do so right here and you'll get an hour of my time where we can strategize how to take your practice to the next level. Until next time, I wish you a beautiful day and I'll see you again soon.